guys, Hannah here and welcome to today's Mini Zentangle session. Today is week 3, day 4, and the materials we will need today are a black fine liner pen, if you don't have one, a black biro or any fine nibbed black pen, a black pencil, an earbud, or if you have one, a tortillon or blending tool, and a white square of card that's either cut out or drawn in your notebook. If you'd like to pause the video, go and get your materials and sit down comfortably, then we'll begin. Today's tangle is a very simple one. We're going to start off using the pencil, and as before we're drawing a square border around the outside. I'm then switching from my pencil to my pen, and I'm going to start in the centre. Now in my mind I've imagined a circle in pencil, and in fact I think for this video I'm actually going to draw it so you can see what I mean. And then radiating from the circle outwards, I'm just drawing a line with a circle on the top, and starting from the circle I've drawn a line that would be 12 o'clock, one that would be 3 o'clock, one that's 6 o'clock, and one that is 9 o'clock. And you'll notice that these lines in pen are all around the same size or same length, and none of them go beyond that circle. So then, turning my tile to the side, I'm going to draw 2 more lines, so that if you look, I've subdivided that section up, and I'm drawing the 2 circles on the top. I'm then moving to this section, and I'm going to repeat that exactly the same, and I'm going to continue moving round. So at the moment I'm going between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock, and finally I'm going to go between 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock. And you'll notice that we've got something that looks a bit like, I think it looks a bit like a firework, but it's very simple. And what we can do now is, going back to our pencil, we can draw some more pencil on that circle. And when I move to my earbud and I do my shading, I want to leave that middle circle completely empty of any shading. So I'm going to shade that circle, but around the outside, so it stays around the outside. So we have something that looks a little bit like that. And that's pretty much it for this tangle. I'm going to show you a couple of other ways to draw it. So I'm going to start again with my pencil, and I'm just going to draw a border. And again, I'm going much quicker than I normally would. And I'm going to draw a circle there, a circle there, and a circle there. And this is just to give me a rough idea of where I want to start. So starting in the top right, I'm going to draw a line at 12 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock. And you'll notice that those lines are a little bit shorter than the ones I've done on the previous. And I'm then going to draw a circle, which I'm going to colour in this time. And you'll notice that all of them are at the end of the lines. Now for this example, I'm going to draw another line the same length as those two, and draw a circle on the end of it. And I'm drawing this, so sort of subdividing those sections down. So we've got an equal based pattern. And then either side of that line, I'm just going to draw some more lines, but slightly shorter. And I'm going to continue moving around, repeating that. And the reason for drawing them in this particular order, so 12 o'clock, 3, 6 and 9 o'clock, is so that I can make sure that I don't have the pattern that looks a little bit wonky. It's okay to have longer ones, I think, but to have one that's wonky where you're missing a line out, I don't like the look of. I'm moving to the one on the right. I'm doing 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And this time round I've not coloured the circles in at the end. To show you how else you can work your way around, I've drawn 3 lines all in one go. So I started off with the centre line and then put 2 either side of it. Going to repeat that on this section, and this time round I'm not too concerned about getting the lines all the same length. And then finally we've got this one at the bottom. And you'll notice that I've drawn that differently. I started off with the 12 o'clock, then I drew the 6 o'clock, and then the 3 and the 9. And this time I'm going to put 3 lines in, as I have done before, but you'll notice that I've left them blank. And that's because once we've got those lines in, instead of drawing a circle that's coloured in or an empty circle, I want to draw an oval. And the only way I can decide to put the oval in is if I know I've got enough spaces between the lines, because we don't want them to touch. And these ovals are still relatively small, but they just give it a different look. So you've now got 3 ways of drawing. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to just colour every other one of those ovals in. And this is a pattern that you don't need to remember lots of different steps. It's very easy. And once you get the hang of it, you don't have to draw the circle in pencil to start off with. Okay, so moving back to the pencil and going to the shading, I've drawn a pencil circle and I'm just smudging it round, and I'm not worrying too much about whether it goes over the centre. And on this occasion, for the one that's got it's got the circles without any colour in, I'm actually drawing a pencil line around, and then I'm going to shade that out, and that'll give you another option of a way you can shade it. There you go. So you've got 3 examples of how you can do this pattern. Just going to put my chop in the corner, and then I'm going to show you some examples that I've drawn earlier. So this was the first one that we drew, and then I've drawn another one that using the same empty circles, and you'll see that some of them have got more lines in than the others, and some of them are larger than the others. And this was the second one that I drew. So here again I've drawn more. This one reminds me a little bit of a virus when you look at it under the microscope actually. This one I've done 2 different types, so I've just done 4 in the corners that I've coloured all the circles in, and then 1 large one in the centre where I didn't colour the circles in. And finally this one is a bit of a mixture of all of them. So this one I've coloured the circles in, but I've left a little gap. There's a much smaller one there that reminds me of a bit like a donut. Here's the ovals, and then there's another 2 little ones in there. So I hope you've enjoyed this session. I'd like to see your artwork when you've finished it. Please feel free to send it to me, and hopefully you'll join me for tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.